Okay, we're going to look at some other accounts that are on our chart of accounts list. If you remember from accounting, we have current assets and fixed assets. Remember, fixed assets are something that the company owes. They are large purchase items like furniture, equipment, vehicles, etc. And the short-term or the current assets are actually the more liquid assets like your checking account. Then we also, remember from accounting 1, we had current liabilities and long-term liabilities. Now we can see that we have some current liabilities, our main liability account, accounts payable. A long-term liability would be when we would maybe have a loan account. If we had a note that we owed something on. So we are going to learn how to add a fixed asset, and we are also going to learn how to add a long-term liability. Okay, so we're going to say that we are going to buy a vehicle for our company, and we are going to purchase it on a note, on account. So we are going to first create the fixed asset, so we're going to go to the account button and click on New. And we choose what kind of an account it is. It's a fixed asset, so we're going to click Continue, and then we are going to name it. And then we hit Save and Close. Notice it has a zero balance because we have not actually created the transaction yet. So now we will create our long-term liability account. So we're going to click the Account button and click New. And this is going to be a loan type of account. Continue. And we will name it. And save and close, and now we have a Ford Credit Auto Loan. That is our long-term liability. Okay, so we haven't actually entered the transaction in for this auto loan. So we are going to close the chart of accounts. And we are going to click the accountant menu list, and we are going to click on Make General Journal Entries. Now this is going to look very familiar because this is actually where you can go in and create a journal entry like you did in accounting. So the first account that is going to be debited is going to be the asset account automobile that we created. And this automobile is worth $21,000. Now the second account, notice it automatically put the credit amount in there because it knows that debits must equal credits. So we are going to choose the liability account we created, the Ford Credit Auto Loan. And so there you have a regular journal entry, and we are going to hit Save and Close. And let's look at the chart of accounts now and see what that looks like. So now we have an automobile, and it is valued at $21,000, and we also have a liability account, a long-term liability at $21,000. One other thing you need to do with your fixed assets is you need to actually create a fixed asset item. So we're going to create a fixed asset item in the fixed asset item list. So we click on Item button and then click on New. And then we are going to put all the information about our vehicle. Okay, we've entered in all the information, and now we need to choose an asset account to link this to. So this is directly linked to the automobile asset account. And click OK. So now we have a fixed asset item that is for our vehicle so that we can track the fixed asset. Along with tracking a fixed asset, you also need to have an accumulated depreciation account that goes along with that fixed asset, because as you know, fixed assets will depreciate over time. So we need to create a new account, and it is a fixed asset account, and we are going to name it Accumulated Depreciation. And then we are going to click the sub-account checkbox, and it needs to be a sub-account of our automobile fixed asset account. So we hit save and close, and there is our depreciation account for our automobile expense. Now, when it came time to enter your depreciation, you would actually go to the general journal entries, and you would then choose the account to debit. Remember, when your fixed asset depreciates, it is an expense to the company. So we need to find that. We need to see if we have that account, depreciation expense. Yes, we do, and it's right there. So if we had depreciation of $1,500 for the first year, we'll say, then the credited account would be your accumulated depreciation on your automobile. And so that is how you will create a fixed asset in your chart of accounts, a contra asset in your chart of accounts, and a long-term liability in your chart of accounts.